Right away, we saw the benefit of the AVAIL technology. We saw it in yield, we saw it in quality, in potatoes, corn, everything that we've used it on. And typically we've used it on cash crops, but we are now starting to use it on some of the grain crops and the feed crops even. Probably most of my applications with AVAIL is impregnated on the dry, 1152. However, we have done some liquid work also, and have seen benefits from both applications. Yeah, one of the things that we noticed quite early in the season, particularly with corn crop, out here, you know, if we get corn planted early and it cools off, we can typically have purpling of the corn, which is a symptom of phosphate deficiency. And right off the bat, we noticed that we weren't getting the purpling that we normally get following planting and then emergence. And then if it cools off, we would typically get those conditions. And we noticed that we weren't. The corn was staying green, and it was pretty much growing right through those conditions. Yeah, in regard to reducing the total units of P applied on a field, I think we're pretty comfortable saying that you know, we can probably reduce the total phosphate application by 10 to 15%. We always take soil samples. We get a baseline, so that we want to make sure that we don't get our growers in trouble. But so we're depending on those products to do their job, and they have. And so you can reduce it by percentages, but you need to be watching your soil samples and get a baseline and practice good agronomy. The NutriSphere was introduced to us probably 3 years or so after the AVAIL technology, and I took it to one of my growers, and we did some test plot work. We did three replicated plots the first year that we used it on potatoes, and we had it against a grower standard, and then we had it against another program, a liquid program, and the NutriSphere performed very well. In fact, it was the top in the plots. It yielded the best, and actually the quality was the best under the NutriSphere. So that's kind of where we started from, and then we've just gone from there. Again, it's a technology that the growers are very willing to try because of the cost of inputs and stuff. They're looking for things that will maximize efficiency, and that's what these products do. What we found with the applications of NutriSphere is that in comparison to a water run situation or a weekly application, what we've done is we've gone in and done a top dress in the spring of NutriSphere, and we've found that the NutriSphere carries us pretty well through the season. Typically we'll come in and put one application about mid-season of liquid N on, and then we pretty much get through the season with it. We're taking petioles, we're watching it, so we know what those values are doing, but the NutriSphere has done a good job. We are now using AVAIL and NutriSphere in the same applications, in the same blends, and I have done that on potatoes, and growers have seen positive results from it. The largest percentage of our growers here are now using AVAIL and or NutriSphere. And so when I have a request for an order, for a job done, very seldom does it not have either the AVAIL or the NutriSphere or both in the blend. So I would say probably 90–95% of our growers here are now using these technologies. Oh, I think the AVAIL and the NutriSphere technology is here to stay, just because of the efficiency factors that they bring to the table. It's a big help to the grower, especially in today's structure pricing and that type of thing. And so I think it's here to stay, and I think the growers, they will continue to look for technology that's going to help them maximize their efficiency and their return on investment. And that's what we've seen that these products do. I think overall, the growers that we've worked with NutriSphere and AVAIL, have been very receptive to the product. We've had it on a lot of acres, a lot of different crops now, and we've seen the results. The growers have seen the results, and they've been very pleased with the product. And so bottom line is we'll continue to use that because that's what the growers want.